can smell all of the smoke. All that love and positivity, that shit is a joke. I should dead them all, my heart ski down slopes. When you did piggy bank, everybody wanna see you broke, bro. Me and snakes don't lip lock. I don't think the feet look good on me like flip-flops. I know if I spit it, it belongs in this Ziploc. They know I'ma kill them, all they hearing is tick-tock. Your time is up. Where there's fire, you see the smoke, yeah. I know liars, I seen them fold, yeah. I'm so tired from all these souls, it's done been a good year. My tires don't leave the road, yeah. Are they serious? I seen liars that testified under oath, I hear. Rappers not living out what they wrote, my peers. Ought to be studying, taking notes. How you hate me to the core when I keep your ass afloat. I put pressure on their pencils. They look at my life and draw the stencil. One move I can rearrange your mental. I am so unstable, look what I got into. They can't write my fable, I'm not who you used to. I done cut the cables and strings, I'm on Bluetooth. When you out the stable, you know that they can't tame you. You swear you an angel, I'm telling you that ain't you. When you stab my back,
with the episode today, I just wanted to talk to you real quick about my friend Patrick Spicer over at Hybrid Human Performances. Hybrid Human Performances is a state-of-the-art training facility located in Lincoln, Nebraska, with reputable coaches that can take you to the next level. Each training session is designed to and for the athlete to be successful in their sport. Notable Hybrid Human Performance alumni include cornerback for the Chicago Bears, Lamar Jackson, Seahawks safety Deontay Williams, Nebraska Cornhuskers quarterback Casey Thompson, and Lincoln native Noah Walters, quarterback for the North Alabama Lions. If you want to take your game to the next level, contact Patrick with Hybrid Human Performance at 307-321-8365 or shoot him an email at Patrick, Patrick, at hybrid-hp.com. Enjoy the episode.
All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Oscar Galindo. I'm here with another episode of The Official Visit. This time I am heading out to Boone Central, where I'm joined by Parker Borer and Brant Benish. How you guys doing? How you guys doing on this fine Saturday morning?
Good.
All right, so let's get started with a couple warm-up questions. First one I got is, do you guys have any like pregame like superstitions or traditions, or maybe you got a little ritual you gotta do before? Maybe you gotta do a lap around the field or something. Do you guys have anything like that going on?
Well, like me personally, I don't really have any, but like one thing we usually always do is we always get there about 4:45. We just hang out in the locker room for a while, and then we go to meetings, team meetings. Then we'll hang out in the weight room for a while, listen to music with the lights off, and just get our minds right.
Yeah.
For every home game.
Yep.
But me personally, no, I don't really have any.
Okay.
Yeah, we just sit in the weight room, do a little bit of stretching, warming up, all that type of stuff.
Nice. It's kind of some quiet time. Well, what do you guys listen to? You guys have like a go-to pregame pump-up song or something?
We have a playlist of like, I'd say 60, 70 songs. We just shuffle that, but usually right before we head out, get on the bus to go down the field, it's usually Run This Town.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. So then my next one here for you guys is, who is your favorite player? This could be collegiate level or NFL level. Who is your favorite player at your position? I know you guys are some versatile guys, so you guys kind of get to pick which position you wanna go with there.
On the offensive side, I really like Devontae Smith. I like watching how he works, how he gets into open space, and he's kind of built like me, not real big, not real strong, but he's quick enough to get off the line and into open space.
For me, I've been a Chiefs fan since I was young, and I enjoyed watching Jamal Charles when I was little, and I don't know, he's just played a big role in like someone I looked up to as a kid, and really helped me see how I should develop. And I watch his games a lot. So
yeah, Jamal Charles, man, I don't know how many fantasy football games I lost to him, dude. A lot of championships lost to him,
Yeah.
dude. He was like my kryptonite, man. I had a friend who would specifically go for Jamal Charles every draft. Yeah, those are good ones. I'm a huge fan of Devontae Smith, and yeah, Jamal Charles was a dog, man. I like that. I like those picks. So then if I'm traveling to Albion, I'm out there, you know, maybe I'm going to check out a game or something. I need to get a quick bite to eat. Where am I going? Where am I going to eat?
Well, I'm gonna be honest, we really ain't got much. I mean, we got
Small, but
we got Subway runs a Pizza Hut,
yeah.
those, but like as of like a sit down, not a fast food type of place. I would say the Stirred Pot is probably the best one we
Okay.
have. I think we have that, and maybe called the Three Seas Cafe. I guess
Okay.
there's the Country Club too, but
I'd go with, if you had to sit down, get a burger or something, I'd go with the J. J
The
Bar
J.
Grill. That's pretty good.
did forget about that. Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Nice. See, it's like top towns like Albion, man. They got those low key little bangers, dude. You know, like
Yeah.
take out all the fluff and all the McDonald's and all that kind of stuff. Get left with some quality stuff, dude. Small town, man. You can't sleep. Um. So then, kind of the last one here I got is when I went to go watch you guys play. You know, at the corner of my eye, kind of saw a couple players, you know, backflipping. You know, some backflips going on in the end zone. You know, as a little celebration. You know, Parker, you're out there. You and is it James out there
Yeah.
back? All right. So I was gonna ask you guys, what are your top three celebrations you've seen, like on a football field? Maybe it's something you guys have seen in the high school level, or like just on the NFL and college level. What are the top three celebrations you've seen?
I I like CD Lamb's, his first down celebration with the little
Oh yeah,
yeah, I like that. And then I really have two. And then Devontae Smith, I saw him do it in the end zone one time. He did like the ski mask,
Oh
and
yeah.
then he was like grabbing the money. I thought them two were pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah, the one when they took it out of the what's it
Yeah,
called? That
yeah,
bat
like
that
the
little
charity
bell.
thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can't think of the name of it. Yeah, that was
yeah,
sweet.
that was clean. That was clean.
For me, obviously the round off backflip and backflip in general are always classic, good ones. But um, I think my favorite right now probably has to be, I've been seeing Isaiah Pacheco hit it all the time. Um, I don't know what you call it, but it goes with "I Just Want to Rock" by Uzi.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah, he
little
hits it all the
dance.
time. That's probably got to be my favorite one. But then I would have to say the backflip or round off backflip are definitely up there too.
Yeah, yeah. See, I think for me, I would have to go with I like when like an old slow quarterback kind of like runs for a first, like when Tom Brady runs for a first, kind of gets up all hyped. And it's like, bro, get shut up, man. Like, bro, you're about to break in half, dude.
Yep,
And get
yep.
all hyped. I like those.
Yeah,
I like when I think I seen at like a 7-on-7 camp, someone got head tapped and like everybody went like did this to
Yeah, yeah.
it. That was
yeah,
that
yeah,
was
that's good.
disrespectful. But yeah, I had
Yeah,
another
so
one like that.
I play
What was that?
on Warren Academy, obviously, and
Oh yeah.
we were just in Chicago last weekend for a 7-on-7 tournament, and yeah, it gets pretty crazy sometimes
Yeah.
with all the celebrations, and it's a good time.
So then we'll kind of transition over here. Talk a little bit about Boone Central. You know, you guys this season, you guys had a great season. You guys went 9-3. You guys, you started off 1-1, but then you guys had like a really good stretch there. I look back and really the only teams you guys lost to were Pierce and Aurora. Aurora twice. And they were state champ, state runner up. So you guys by all means had a great season. Do you guys maybe want to talk about, kind of recap of the season and what was going on like in your guys' heads as the season went on?
Well, going back to last year, we had a really solid line. I think that was our strong point. But this year we lost majority of them. We had two returning guys, and the rest we had three guys step up that hadn't played at all the past year. So we knew developing them and figuring out how to implement them and get them confident with their play and all that was going to be a big part. And early on, that was what we focused on, but they picked it up rather quick. And so we kind of just built around that as the season went on. And I think that was the best thing that helped us.
Yeah.
Parker, he's real fast and all. And so us receivers, we kind of knew we had to get our tails done, get to work, and block on the edge for him so he could get around. And that's if you look back in a couple interviews with Jack Roberts, he was talking how our receivers had to get on the line and set the edge for him. And once the run game and the pass game was clicking this previous year, we were pretty hard to stop.
So then, that kind of leads me here into the next kind of question I was going to ask is, like you said, you guys lost a good chunk of your offensive line. But then, you come out and, you rush for 1,000. I believe Alex Cristo, quarterback, he was also running circles around people this season. So you guys ended up gaining, a good, despite having to retool the offensive line, you guys got back to a really solid running game. And then, with receivers blocking on the perimeter, added to that. So, kind of tell me about what's your guys' offensive mentality when you guys go out there, because I mean you guys scored 40 points 8 times this season, sorry. So you guys can put up numbers, and like you said, once you get the running game going, things open up in the passing game for you guys. So kind of talk to me about that and what coaches try to instill in you guys when you go out there and play.
Usually to start out the game, we try and set up the run game, establish the run game. Usually I go out there thinking, if we score here, we get ahead, obviously. And I just go out there thinking, if we put this in, it'll put us ahead 1. And our defense has been solid all year round. And so, they say defense wins championships, but if you get ahead, obviously, it takes a little pressure off on the defense and not exactly step back and take a step off, but it's not as detrimental if you let them score, because you're already ahead.
Yeah.
I just go out there thinking, if we get one here, we can keep going, keep our foot on the throat, and put the game away early in the first half.
Yeah, definitely pounded inside right away. Our linemen this year, they're dogs, and let them get to work. And once that starts happening, open it up in the pass game, so not just all keen on Parker or the run game, and then let it work out from there.
Yeah, so you like you guys said, you guys kind of kind of hinted at, you guys had also a solid defense, and another thing is you guys, when I look back at the season and I'm looking at the teams, it seems like you guys were probably one of the better, more well-rounded teams, and obviously making it to that semifinal kind of shows that. But on defensive side, you guys are also big contributors on the defensive side. But I mean, let me knock off some of these totals real quick. You guys, opening game against Broken Bow, who was a playoff team, held them to 21. Columbus Lakeview, reigning champs, to 10. DC West, who was undefeated when you guys played, you held them to 6. West Point 0, Wayne 0, O'Neill 0. And then the last 3 games before you played Aurora, you held St. Paul, Minden, and Ashland Greenwood to a total of 15 points. And those are St. Paul, they had a down year, but they're usually a good team. Minden, they were a playoff team. Ashland Greenwood, another great team. So kind of talk to me about, what you now switch over to the defensive mentality. What do you guys kind of go out there, thinking, or, what do coaches tell you guys to do out there?
We're always talking on the defensive side, knowing what coverage we're in, whether it's lock, cover 2, and then communicating to our inside linebackers and outside linebackers about run game, or quick 1-2, go to the run game, or drop back deep for pass. And we're always talking, reading, always keen on their players and what could happen each play.
Yeah, it's usually just they stress a lot to know your job, do your job, know your assignments, because we can get 11 or 12 guys, 13 maybe, if that rotate on defense, knowing their jobs, doing their job every time, knowing their assignment, what they need to do. It can turn into a really good team defense as a whole.
Yeah, coach also stresses tackling. He wants 11 hats right to the ball as soon as no matter if it's a quick pass or run game, run to the outside. He wants 11 guys flying there, trying to take that ball out or making the tackle and getting everybody there to get the play done.
Yeah, definitely. You want to, with the guys you guys have, man, that's not a tough thing to ask. You guys got some dogs, you guys, and then a couple guys I'll talk about here in a bit. But like we've talked about offensive and defensive, you guys are big parts of both, and you guys also do a lot in the return game. Kind of making you guys very, very versatile players. And you kind of see that a little bit more once you get down to like the smaller schools. You see players playing, all three phases. Talk to me a little bit about, what that's like, and do you ever feel like maybe you slow down towards the end of the game, or do you embrace that? Do you enjoy being out there every snap of the game and knowing that you're always going to be a contributor to whether you guys win or lose?
I sometimes in the games that we blow them out, it gets a little like, man, I got to go on special teams. But I try to realize that, you don't get to play high school football your entire life. I try to go out there and embrace it. Like even on special teams and the blowout games, I try to enjoy it, which I love being out there. But like even then when you're tired, ready to sit down, get a break. But I think I just try and enjoy it, take it all in, enjoy the moment, because you're not going to have it forever. And like in the close games, the games that they tie it down to the wire the entire game, I look at it as, with Brant and I out there on special teams returning, we try to make it all three teams are a threat. Offense is a big threat, defense is a threat, and special teams, like, you can't take a break off on special teams. We try and do as much as we can on all three.
Yeah, definitely embrace it, because you won't have it for after you're playing. You only get that one moment, one play, and you never know what could happen. But definitely getting up top and scoring right away, so that way we can get them younger guys in, so they're learning the offense, learning the defense, learning how to return on special teams, things like that. So we want to push the ball and try to get ahead.
Like you said, you guys want to make sure that every facet of your guys' team is working well and working in unison. And I think when I look back, I think the best game you guys put out there was that game against Ashland Greenwood in the playoffs, because they were a team that, I'll be honest, I had them winning, I believe, just because at the time I knew you guys are dogs, man. I know you guys are dogs. I had to pick somebody. But yeah, you guys came out and you guys won 44-15, something like that, against a team with, an offense that can score a lot and a defense that can just, hammer you. But you guys went out there and, won in a pretty big way. Tell me what that game was like and what that did, kind of to your confidence, even though the next game it was that Aurora game, but that's gotta be a good little confidence boost going into, even into the off season.
Yeah, it was great, that knowing that we came out and took it to a team of that caliber and essentially blew them out in a quarterfinal game. It was good. The locker room was lit afterwards, but we came out there and they got one early and we were all a little like, okay, this is going to be a tough game. But coach called a timeout and he calmed some of the new guys down that hadn't been in I hadn't been in a state final or semifinal either, but I've gotten used to big games like that, and calmed everyone down and told us what we needed to do, just play our game. And we knew what we had to do. So we just went out there, performed how we needed to, and got it done.
Yeah, right away after they scored, I think we ended up answering back, and then our defense showed up right away. Our safety got a pick. Boone ran about 15 yards up the sideline, and I think we ended up punching it in. Parker ran it in, and then after that, we were clicking. After that, things were going. Whether it was the pass game, the run game, our defense, we ended up getting another pick out after that possession that we scored on, and we were rolling after that. So, and then towards the end of the game, we started going. I think it was power. Maybe we might have went a little bit more power, and boy, them boys our front line just hammered them down. So that was super cool that all phases of the game were rolling.
Yeah, definitely. And if I remember correctly, it was a cold game was a cold Friday. How do you make sure, as you guys are, I was going to say senior leaders, but not quite yet, but you guys are, team leaders on the team. How do you make sure, those young guys they're not, the eyes aren't getting too wide because of the lights, and they're not, starting to collapse because of the cold?
Yeah, I think, well, basically that entire week, coach is like, hey, one play at a time, this play, this game. All right. So focus up. So we kind of had that mentality going throughout the whole week. And once we got to that game, we knew it was going to be chilly, and we showed up and took care of business.
Yeah, it was. Well, we had a little. We knew it was going to be cold, so obviously you tell all the guys that aren't going to play dress warm. Keep moving on the sideline. Don't stay still for too long. And but for us, like the guys that play, we try to wear stuff like before or like pregame. When we're warming up, we're not moving a ton. But as the game starts, it makes it easy because you don't really get too cold. You got all the adrenaline going. But
Yeah, because I can't remember. I think I was at Elkhorn South versus Prep that game. I was freezing, man. I was like, man, I can't imagine playing right now, dude. But yeah, that's awesome that you guys, with all the circumstances, the severity of the significance of the game, and then with the conditions, you guys were able to, rally your guys and keep them going. So then, like I said, you guys after that, it was, you guys did run into Aurora, who eventually went on to the state game. Now I'm looking kind of at the landscape of, Class C1, and I'm noticing, Pierce, they're losing a lot of, their two big guys and a lot of great players from there. Aurora, they're losing a lot of great guys. Colosso's also moving on. Ashland Greenwood, they're still going to be a team that's going to hang on there. They're still kind of young, but you guys are bringing you guys got Hank, trying to think, Woolwoman, Colton. You guys got some dogs, man. You guys got a lot of good players coming back next year. What are you guys doing to get over that hump, and finally break into the state championship game, or even possibly even win it? Who knows? It's still early, but
yeah, that's definitely the end goal. Trying to get a ring, but Coach actually stressed this the other day. Our sophomore year, practice was really not so much strict, but serious. We were always going. They were pushing us hard. And last year, with all the new guys coming in, they kind of eased up a little bit. Just brought them into the process and weren't quite as hard on us. And this year, I think a big part of us getting to where we want to be is coaches being hard on us again, pushing us to be our best, and holding us accountable and all that. And I think that will play a huge role in how far we go this year.
Yeah, that's a good point. And everybody's been kicking it hard in the weight room too. Now that this off season, actually we have our whiteboard, the score of the Aurora game written right in the center of our whiteboard, 42-19. And every time we walk in that room, the weight room, we know where the end goal is. We know what we got to do to get there. So everybody pushes each other, and hopefully, we can get some business done this year.
Definitely. Yeah, man. Like I said, that's cool. You guys got some bulletin board material there for for next year, get you guys going. But yeah, like you mentioned, that was a really good point. You kind of coaches doing kind of easing them in. You don't want to go too hard on them, and then they're how should I say, like afraid to mess up and afraid to play and stuff like that. So that's good. It's good to hear that. Just kind of transition here a little bit. Out of Boone Central ball, kind of talk a little bit about what you guys been up to since the season's over. Parker, you play 7-on-7 with Warren Academy, and you just came back from Chicago. You want to tell us what that was like, and what it was like competing out there?
Well, I played last year, but anyways, it's definitely a different type of football. I mean, it's all two-hand touch, obviously, but it's just the atmosphere is a lot different. It's everyone likes to celebrate. All about getting that head top. Scoring touchdowns, and obviously, but it's a lot of trash talk. A lot of celebrations. The atmosphere is definitely significantly different, but it's good knowing you're traveling halfway across the country to go play football against some of the best dudes in the country. So you're gonna run into guys that are better than you, and guys that can do it all, and it definitely boosts your confidence, like knowing I'm going to come back and I'm not afraid to, press anybody at corner now because I know, I mean, I got torched a couple times against some
Yeah.
dogs out there, but it's definitely just knowing what you can do and how to make yourself feel confident to do it.
Yeah. Kind of pushing that bar for yourself, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So then how do you feel playing on 7-on-7 and playing with those guys at Warren Academy and being with Coach Warren? How do you feel that they've impacted your game, kind of helped you develop?
Obviously I want to go play running back in college at college level,
Mhm.
but doing this has definitely developed my like route running, my catching ability, my vision has improved also,
Mhm.
which is great because it allows me to be more of a versatile back, even
Yeah.
like catching passes out of the backfield, lining up in the slot. It's definitely taken my skill level, my game to the next level and really helped with all of that.
Man, it never hurts to get those extra reps in, extra routes in, all that kind of stuff. And with you guys probably having a new quarterback next year, it won't hurt to have that safety blanket coming out of the backfield. So yeah, that's good. So now Brant, since the season's been over, I believe you've been in basketball. But then before we get on that, you were at the Stock Up Showcase. I do kind of want to get your thoughts on that, and I thought you did really well at that showcase. Kind of what were your thoughts on that, and what would you recommend it for people? Would you I don't know, kind of give me a review here. I'm curious.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Playing with getting the work in right away and then catching passes from them quarterbacks. It was a new quarterback every time, so
Mhm.
you had to get that connection right away quickly. But boy, once you're clicking, you get off the line. I had a couple of sweet catches, and boy, them quarterbacks, they could throw it on
Yeah,
the line. And yeah, I'd recommend people to go to it just to kind of get your name out there, see where you're at
yeah,
against competition right along there, and working some working some like press coverage. I played DB a little bit towards the
hmm
beginning, working that press, getting off the line, all that stuff. So it was a great camp for me to experience that way. So when I go to team camps, college team camps this summer, that I know what I'm looking for.
yeah. Like I said, I thought you did good, man. You're out there balling. Uh, so yeah, and it doesn't help or doesn't hurt to be doing all that in front of actual college coaches. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Glad you enjoyed it. So now kind of skipping over to basketball. How's that been? And I haven't really kept up with basketball statewide, but I know it's like districts or something like that at this point. Kind of tell me what's been going on with you in the basketball season up until this point.
Yeah, we've had a pretty good season this so far. We lost to Pierce and then O'Neill, and
Hmm.
then we found our streak. I think we won like 9 or 10 games in a row, something like that.
Hmm.
Um, but then we went into sub districts, and our first conference right away we lost to O'Neill again,
Oh
and
man.
then we ended up placing fifth in the conference tournament. It wasn't where we wanted to be, but
Hmm.
it was good look for us till next time. Next time we played O'Neill, and then we found them in sub districts again. So that would be our third time playing them,
Yeah.
unfortunately, and we lost by I think it was about 8.
Oh.
We were up, yeah, we were up at halftime by 6 points, 4 points, something like that, and third quarter they went hot. I think they went on 9-0, 11-0 run, something like that, and they ended up beating us. But it was a good run for us. We ended up being, I think, 17-6 or something like that, or
Yeah.
18-6, something like that. So
Yeah.
it was
Nice.
it was a good run.
Yeah, man, that's good, man. O'Neal, man, three times in a season, dude. That's
Yeah.
that's tough to do, but hey, man, gotta give it to him, I guess. But no, that's awesome, man. What do you play in basketball? What position or what?
Yeah, I'm the starting point guard.
Okay, nice. Out
Yeah.
here, facilitator, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nice. All right. So now that basketball season's over, Parker, I know 7-on-7 season kind of runs pretty long, but or into the summer and whatnot. But you know, I know you guys are really good track athletes. What do you guys got lined up for that this season?
Well, last year our 4x4 actually placed, I think it was fourth or fifth at state, and we're returning all four guys. You know, me, Brant, Jack Roberts, and Alex Christo. And so we're really looking forward to that, hoping to bring home a gold. And then as a team, there's a lot of potential to do really good at state also, because I mean Jack Roberts, you know, he's just a track athlete. He's going to run track at SDSU. I think he brought home gold, all class gold in the 300 hurdles, and then I think he got second in the 110s. And Alex placed in the 800, I think, possibly the 400. I made finals in the 100 last year, and Brant could potentially get some too, and then James Fogelman might get some in triple jump, and then Jackson Lipker also got some in high jump last year. So there's definitely a lot of potential to put some points on the board at state. And
wait, you guys hear that too?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what that
was. No way.
Is that I don't know. Is that you, Brent? You're connecting with the balloons, man. They're flying all over the place. But yeah, sweet. Yeah, you know, you guys, that's a lot of football guys. Do you feel like the fact that a lot of you guys do football, or a lot of you football guys do track, you feel like that kind of helps you guys on the field quite a bit?
Yeah, for sure. I think it helps out a ton. Well, our DB coach and our wide receiver coach, he's also our sprinters coach. So that we got the connection right there. So he's always working us, try to get faster while coaching us at the same time. So that's super cool to have that connection, you know, get closer with him, knowing what we got to work on, things like that.
Yeah, I guess we'll go just touch a little bit on recruiting. I know you guys are both still, you know, hungry and in the hunt for, you know, that first offer. But you know, this offseason I feel like is going to be, you know, a big offseason for you guys. I feel like, you know, you guys are talented players, and you know, we'll see. I expect some offers heading your guys' way. But what do you guys have planned in terms of, you know, actual recruitment? We've talked about, you know, sport, like other sports and 7-on-7. But do you guys plan on attending like college visits, camps, school camps, or other showcases, anything like that this offseason?
Yeah, so I've gotten quite a few junior day invites. I haven't quite decided which ones I'm going to yet, but I think I've got like 8 or 10. But NDSU has been a big one for me since day one. They recruit me pretty hard. I might go up to a visit there. I have a visit to Colorado State spring game, April 22nd, I think. They've been recruiting me pretty hard, so that'll be nice to go up there and see what they have to offer. And Iowa State's running back coach actually followed me on Twitter the other day, and we got in contact, so might go up there too. But there's also a lot of other, like 6 or 8 other smaller D2 colleges that I could go visit. I might go see what Wayne State's about, and one up in Minnesota also, but still undecided.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, that's kind of the same for me. Getting a bunch of junior day invites, and I'm actually scheduled to take a couple unofficial visits to South Dakota State. I went up there when my brother was up there, and I really like the campus. So I've been in contact with their coach. He followed me on Twitter as well, and I'm just want to take an unofficial visit, check out their campus, and then I'll probably hit up some bunch of team camps. Go to K-State, USD, SDSU, try to get my name out there, see what it's like. You know, I like going down to K-State as well, so I kind of want to get a feel for their campus and see what they got to offer.
So then, you know, if I was a coach and I was recruiting you, and I sat you down and said, Parker or Brant, why do I need you on my team? What about you as a player or you as a person makes you an absolute need on my team?
For me, I feel like I started off my high school career as more of a speed back, get the edge, hit it hard, and just outrun people. But this last year, I put on some weight. I think I'm up to 180 now, 175, 180, and which I'm looking to put on another 10 pounds for season next year. But anyways, I've started to realize that I can bring the power when I need to, hit guys, bounce up tackles, I'm not so much of just only a speed guy anymore. I can essentially do it all as a running back. I don't, but I think a biggest part of my game is the versatility I bring, with me being able to line up at slot, run routes, catch passes out of the backfield, and with my speed and agility and my strength, I feel like I bring a lot of versatility to the field.
For me, I think it would be my work ethic and my vision of the field. There were several times where Alex got a blitzing linebacker on him, and I scrambled, he was scrambling, and I found the open spot, and he dotted me right up. So I think, and then the weight room, I'm about 160 right now. Just been looking to hit the weight room harder and harder. Parker, he pushing me every day. We have the same lifting class, so it's kind of cool to have guys that can push you and know your potential, and we both know where we want to be, and so I think that's super cool. But for me, I think it's vision, getting open, my release off the line, and it's just super cool watching me, go up, make the play. I'm not a super tall receiver, but I'm quick, and my routes are crisp. So that's for me.
Yeah, there you go. I like that. So then kind of flipping it, what are a couple, what are your three things that you're looking for in college? So instead of them asking you what you want, you kind of get to answer, what are you looking for in college? Is it early playing time? You want good coaching, good facilities? Maybe it's the school aspect. Maybe you're looking for, I don't know, good academic program or something like that.
For me, I think a big part of it is like hospitality, good teammates, good coaching staff, good people, making good connections, but also, good coaching. It's not so much the getting early playing time. If I can bring what I need to bring, I can get that early playing time, I can earn that. But I think the big thing I look for is, a good, solid coaching staff that knows how to improve, because I have essentially 4 years to play. I can always spend a year, get coached, step up my game, and earn that playing time over time. It doesn't have to be my freshman year. I got to be on the field straight away.
Yeah, that's the same for me. Good coaches, good teammates, people that push you. Parker and I, we're pretty close, and that feeling when you have somebody that's always there for you, pushing you, no matter if you screw up or make the right play, they're like, get ready, because there's another one next play. So it's that feeling and coaching that pushes you, I guess.
Kind of good coach, having that good support system, I guess. You got that good system in place, and then it doesn't hurt to make it feel a little bit like home, when you're not at home. So yeah, definitely. So kind of the last thing I have here is I always kind of hand the floor over to my guests or you guys. One thing I do is I give you guys a chance to say or give out those thanks, give out props, shout outs, all that to whether it be your coaches, your parents, teammates, just those people that have helped you, kind of get this far in life, and those people helping you, kind of advance or improve yourself as people. So if you have any of those, this is your time.
Right away, I'd like to thank God. I battled a couple injuries last year, but I was grateful to get on the field right before Pierce last season. So I'd like to thank God right away. And then my parents, they're always there for me, taking me to camps, stuff like that, helping me out when I need it. And then lastly, I'd like to thank the coaches and Coach Hudson and Coach Vandenberg, and then my teammates, Parker, James, even the seniors last year, for pushing me, getting me where I need to be, getting my mind right when I need it. all those people?
For me, I definitely say my parents are a big part of that. They spend a lot of money and a lot of their time taking me to all these 7-on-7 places. You know, it's not cheap traveling all over the place and playing football, spending your weekends there, and they always just support me. You know, they know what I want to do, and they're always there to help me whenever I need it. And, you know, support me. And obviously the coaching staff, you know, they've all played their part in developing me and becoming the player that I am, and continuing to develop me for next year and helping me become the leader I am. But I think the coach that has affected me the most is probably our strength and conditioning coach, Coach Vandenberg. He, you know, he's always been there since even when I was in middle school. You know, him and I got pretty close, and now we're super close. And for a player, I would say Jack Roberts. You know, senior last year, he as I came in as a freshman, he saw my potential and took me under his wing and essentially developed me, got me comfortable with everything. And he was the guy I always went to whenever I needed anything. And he played a big role in that.
Yeah. Nice. Good, man. That's good. You know, like I said, it's good to have those people in your corner, you know, helping you try to make it. So, you know, always kind of take that time to give thanks and show your gratitude to those people. So, I think that's all I got for you guys. I guess one thing I do want to touch on, I was doing a little bit of research. Brant, I did notice do you show cattle?
I do, yes.
Tell me a little bit about that. Tell me.
All right.
What do you do there, man?
Yeah, so you know, we kind of got to work with them throughout the summer. You know, get them ready, get them broke for the show. We show them at the state fair, and then a couple major shows in Denver or Texas, Oklahoma, things like that. But yeah, it's super interesting. You kind of a lot of people wouldn't notice that when they look my name up, but yeah, you just walk them around, get them set up, and that's what my dad does. That's his job. So that's kind of another reason I like South Dakota State, was because their animal science and their agribusiness area was pretty cool. So that played a pretty good factor in SDSU. So yeah, that's super cool for catching that. Appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. I saw it, man. I was like, I wonder if you ever try to like line up on a cow, man. Like try to play try to, you know, maybe you're out there and you're bored and you got some time and you're like, all right, line it up, man. Or something
Yeah.
like that.
sometimes when we got calves on the ground, we got babies, and their mom gets a little angry. We kind of got to test my speed, taking her run the other way.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
I've heard of people running around chasing chickens to gain agility, man. It might be the Nebraska way to do it.
Yes, sir, for sure.
All right, man. Well, hey, man, it was a pleasure talking to you guys. I'll let you guys get back to your Saturday. I know you guys would probably rather be doing 100 other things than talking to me on a Saturday morning.
But we don't mind.
No, we appreciate you.
Sure.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys' time too. So, but yeah, like I said, I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys taking time to talk to me. You guys did great. But yeah, man. Again, thank you guys, and have a good weekend, and go Cards, right?
Yeah, hit up some of our games this fall too.
Oh yeah, I will, man. I'll hit up the J too while I'm out there.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, man. Appreciate it, fellas.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Take care.
When you stab my back, I promised I won't be the same dude. When you try to be the glue, it'll get you stuck. Always learn to hate, cause love will get you cut. You can have their back and they still gonna front. You can share a laugh and they can get you done. You can face a battery, they still gon' jump.